Hello, welcome to the Biffsugar podcast. It's been ages since I last was on here, way before the summer, I think. So yeah, I've been away for quite a long time, but I'm back now and I've got quite a lot of finished objects to show you. So I'm just going to crack on with it because there's quite a lot to say today. So the first thing that I need to show you is this. This is my Rune Shawl, which is by Helen Stewart, the master of shawls. And I probably showed you this as a work in progress probably the last time I saw you, but it is now finished and I am thrilled with it. It's knit out of my hand-dyed yarn. It's knit out of the Kraken colorway and Selkie, which is the paler colorway. And this is the first time I've knitted lace. I'm a newish knitter. I'm more of a crocheter than a knitter, but I'm practicing and trying my best to be a good knitter. So this was my first go on lace and I got on pretty well, I think. It probably wasn't the neatest, tidiest lace you've ever seen, but I got through it, and it was such a nice pattern because you only really had to concentrate in the middle section where the lace runs down the centre, and so yeah, that was the only bit that you really had to concentrate on. So it's a really pretty shawl. I could see that in all sorts of colourways that would look amazing, and indeed there are some fabulous examples on Ravelry of other people's shawls who've knitted this. Helen Stewart knit hers, and a lot of people do knit theirs out of two sort of semi-solid colourways, but I wanted to try these two colours together, and I think it works because Selkie's not overly speckled, so, and because it's quite a subtle colourway, I think you can still see the lace through it enough to make it seem like a feature. So yeah, I haven't worn it out yet. I've only worn it in the house because it hasn't quite been cold enough. I've only worn it in the house as in trying it on, but maybe I might take it with me when I go to Yarndale, because I'm going to Yarndale and I'm dead excited because I've never been before, and I've always wanted to go. And I've read Lucy of Attic 24's crochet blog for years and years and years, and obviously she is one of the organisers of Yarndale, and you know, when it first came about I was like, oh, I'd love to go to that, and I've just never got round to going. Sorry, I've got something in my eye. But this year I thought, no, I'm going. So me and my daughter are going. We're going on the Saturday, and we're staying up there for a couple of nights, and it's going to be a little girls' trip away. So I'm really, really excited to go. I can't wait. I need to have a little plan. I need to see who's vending. I need to come up with a little idea of who I really want to visit, what I might like to get, and all that sort of thing, because I know when I get there I'm just going to be overwhelmed, and yeah, I'm better when I've got a plan or some kind of idea. I need to give myself some kind of idea, and then I let myself have a little few sort of wild card trips where I'm just like, well, just buy whatever you want off here. So yeah, so I'm going to Yarndale. So that's my first finished object. Now, a lot of my finished objects coming up are crochet projects. In fact, that's my only, no, it's not quite my only knitted finished object. But in the summer when it was so hot, and all you've heard is us British people moaning about how hot it was in the summer because we couldn't cope. And now it's all gloomy and autumny, we're thrilled to bits. We love a bit of rain, but we don't like too much rain because we like to moan about that as well. But now it's lovely and gloomy outside. There's a cool breeze, you know, yeah, you can smell autumn is on the way. So we're all thrilled to bits now. Till the weather gets too bad, then we'll start moaning about that too. But yeah, in the summer, the only thing I could bear to work on was crocheted cotton projects. So I decided I was going to make some bags, crochet bags out of cotton. So the first bag, and I'm sure a lot of you have seen this, this is the Lulu Loves Crochet Market tote bag, and it's fab. It's a really lovely project to work on, and it's dead easy, but it crochets up so beautifully. I made mine, I think mine's a bit bigger than suggested, but I wanted a really big beach bag to take on holiday with us, so I could fit all the towels and everything in, and indeed it does, because it does kind of stretch as well. So this is a free pattern on Emma's website / blog, which is Lulu Loves Crochet. Obviously she also has a wonderful podcast, and I remember seeing this on there initially and thinking, oh yeah, I want to make that. When Emma made it, she wove in all kinds of beautiful fancy threads and things through here, and you can put wooden beads on and all the rest of it. I didn't get to that stage. I was just like, right, it's done, it's going to the beach. And I made that out of Style Craft cotton, which is just in the ecru colourway. I don't know actually how many colourways that comes in. When I went to get it, they only had it in this, which was fine, this is what I wanted. And then I think one other colourway. So I think there are limited colourways, but you know, it's kind of a bit stringy, but it's sort of what you want for a bag like that, I think. So yeah, really pleased with that. So yeah, I wasn't feeling knitting in the summer at all, and I don't know why, I just couldn't get on with any knitting at all, and so I just went back to crochet, which is nice because I've got the option to do that. And yeah, I just wanted to work on cotton projects because it was just too hot, like quick cotton projects. So the second thing I made, and I can see I haven't tied in all my ends yet, but I'm sure you won't mind about that. This is the Daisy Fields. It's a bit crumpled because it's been to the beach, it's been shoved around. It's the Daisy Fields Market Tote by the Lavender Chair. And again, this is quite a big version of it. It's not meant to be this big, I think. This is a free pattern on Ravelry, and I made this out of, let me show you the handles. I didn't show you the handles. I made this out of Stylecraft again. It's the Cotton DK Classique, and I think it's in the Dove colourway. Yeah, Dove colourway. So this is DK, and I doubled it up because I wanted quite a big bag. I don't like a small bag. I wanted it as a beach bag, so I held this double. So it's DK double, and I worked it on a 6mm crochet hook, which is quite a small hook, I guess, for that thickness of cotton, but I wanted it to be quite dense, which it is, because I wanted it to be sturdy and be able to, you know, withstand all the kind of stuff that you shove in it. So it's a bit crumpled, but it's because it's had lots of use over the summer down at the beach. So yeah, so that's the second project that I've worked on. And then I had a request to make some crochet tops for my daughter. So of course, you know, when you get a little request, can you make something for somebody? As long as you think that they're worth it, which obviously she is. I was thrilled, yeah, because she wanted like some vintage crochet tops to wear on holiday and at festivals and things like that over the summer. So the first one we found was this. This is just like a little halter top. It has been worn and it probably needs a wash, to be honest, because it's just been to a festival. So excuse all the little, there's a couple of scratchy ends and things that needed attention, but they were made quite quickly, these tops, and in order to sort of go off into festivals and summer holidays and things, because you know you only get 5 minutes notice from someone, don't you, when they want to buy something. I'm just going to pop it over my head so you can see what it would be like. So it would go round your back. So it's just a simple granny square top, but it's so cute. So it would just sit like that. Obviously I wouldn't wear it, but when you're 16 you can get away with things like that, can't you? So yeah, it's dead pretty. She just wanted a little simple granny top. This was we found this was a vintage pattern that we found, and it had a different kind of edging which was a little bit fussy, but she didn't want that edging, so I just did a kind of basic chain edging on it just to finish it off in the coral colourway. And then actually she did talk about maybe wanting some little tassels to hang off the pointy edges, which never got around to happening because there wasn't enough time, but that's something we could add on later and I think would look really, really nice. And that was made with, again, cotton. This time it was King Cole Cotton Soft DK. And I just ordered a big bag of colours from Wool Warehouse. She chose the colours. She's got a great eye for colour, being a little art student and all that business. So yeah, it's a cute little, really easy, really nice to work on, bright and colourful, pretty quick to make. And then she wanted another top. So she wanted again, she wanted a little granny square thing going on. So we actually bought a pattern from Etsy. And this is the Lily crochet top. Who is this by? Oh, it's by the Crochet Craze on Etsy. I'll put the name on the screen. And we bought that from her Etsy shop. So, but when it came to it, she liked the basics of this top, but she kind of wanted it different on the bottom. She wanted it to be a granny square bottom along the edge, which she really liked the look of. So, I'll try this one for you. What a treat. So yeah, so I took the basic idea of the top. This has also been to a festival, so excuse it's a little bit, I think there's some ends coming away and things. So yeah, I worked the bra top section, as it says, but then I just amended the bottom and just did a row of granny squares and crocheted them on, basically. Very simple. And then it hasn't got a back to it, this one. It's literally just that, which again is lovely when you're 16. In fact, I think a friend wore this at a festival, so they've been sharing their granny square tops and things around, which is nice. So yeah, I feel am I rushing too quick now? I feel like I've got through that pretty quickly, but I have got one more thing, which is I've got a hoe, I've got a sock, which I did put on my Instagram the other day. I do need to talk about Instagram in a minute actually, but yeah. My daughter also wanted a pair of socks to wear for Yarndale, so I think I wanted a shawl, so I'm probably going to take my Rune Shawl. And she asked for a pair of socks, and in fact we had bought this yarn when we went to Unravel together at the beginning of the year. My daughter chose this opal yarn, which is this. It's a sparkly one. She said, could I make her a pair of socks out of that? I was like, yeah, of course I can. And then of course you just put that idea to the bottom of the pile, don't you? And you've got a million other things that you want to make for yourself, because essentially you're just knitting for yourself. But then she was like, oh, I want to wear them for Yarndale. So I thought, oh, well, I best get cracking then, because that's never going to happen otherwise. So I started them. We had a week in a caravan in Cornwall and in the summer. So I got started on these socks. Now I can't find my sock blocker, so I haven't got it on there, I'm afraid. But this is the sock, and it's coming out so nice. Like, it's not, I don't think it's a kind of obvious colourway in the skein, but again, as I say, she's got an amazing eye for colour. So it's just a vanilla sock, and the pattern that I use is the Winnick Mum sock recipe, which is on her blog and website, and she does a whole sock along, and that's how I learned to knit socks. I'm not a huge sock knitter, but I wish I was, and I am feeling a little bit of sock mojo coming upon me. So particularly with the Strictly Sock Along thing coming up. So yeah, I've quite enjoyed knitting this, but I got carried away on the leg, and I did way too many rounds on the leg, but she quite likes that. This is 64 stitches, 2x2 rib. I did like 20 rows of rib. So it's on her. It's a little bit slouchy, but she likes that kind of feel of it, so that's okay. I just did a heel flap and gusset heel. I have tried doing other heels, but I do find these the most comfortable and the best fit. So although I do find them a bit of a bore, it's the picking up the stitches bit that bores me, I think. It's great, isn't it, when you just go round around here and then you've got to stop for this whole area. But I do think it's worth it to get a better sock out of it. And then I just did the toe decreases, and do not look at my Kitchener toe, because I'm pretty sure I messed that right up. It's pretty ugly, but it's comfy on, so it's fine. So I'm just hoping that although I did a really long leg, that I've got enough yarn to knit a second sock. I don't know what the colourway is of this. This is the ball band, Opal Funny. I don't know whether that's the colourway, whether that is just that line, because it's the Stellina version. I'm not sure. I don't know. But I do like commercial sock yarn. I love the kind of sturdiness of them, and yeah, I love the variations you can get in the patterns. So yeah, I have cast on for the second one, and as I say, I just hope that I've got enough yarn to get that second one done. So I'm on target to get that finished anyway in time for Yarndale, while we go on a little road trip up north, which I'm thrilled about. I'm thrilled to be going back up north. I haven't been back up north in ages, and I miss it, and I need to go up north more often, because it's who I am. It's what I need to do. I mentioned Instagram then. In the last week, I've noticed something quite odd on Instagram, and I don't know whether anybody else has had this. I found that I was getting quite a lot of followers, which is unusual because I don't normally get huge amounts of followers, but they were all bots or spam accounts. They were all just bogus, ridiculous accounts who just steal other people's photographs, and claim that they're their own. They also have a really stupid bio that makes no sense whatsoever. So I started to block them all and report them. And then what I was finding was that nobody else was following me, and the only people who were liking my photographs were people who already were followers of mine. And I thought, have I been, what's the word? There's a word, shadow banned, I think it is, which is apparently a whole thing on Instagram where it means that your photographs are not being seen. And I read a bit about it, and it said it's if Instagram think, oh excuse me, that's my phone, if Instagram thinks that you are a spam account or you are a bot because perhaps you're using the same hashtags over and over again, or you know, just something like that. So I don't know what has gone on, but all I've done is I've spent the last week and a bit blocking and banning these weird accounts, and that I don't know, I don't know that other people can see my pictures or not, which is a bit of a shame really. But yeah, let me know if you've had a similar situation or if you know what I should do about it, because I've limited expertise on the internet. So I read a whole thing about what this woman did to fix it, and it all seemed very cool. She lost me after about the first line. I was like, oh, I don't know, I'll just carry on. So yeah, so that was my Instagram situation this week. Now let me show you what I'm working on. I've got a few things on the go that I haven't really done anything with, so I'll tell you what they are. One is my son's sweater, which is still the tin can knit sweater. I haven't done anything with it and I feel so bad, and I'm hiding from it now. I have 2 crochet shawls on the go. One is the crochet between the lines shawl with 2 sheep's wool. I've done no work on that whatsoever, and I'm thinking of frogging it, to be honest, because you know I was saying I wasn't sure about the colorways, and I love the pattern, I love what you get at the end of it. And I love the 2 cakes individually. I just don't think they love me, and I think it's a double crochet shawl. It's an awful lot of work to put in if you're not thrilled about how the colours are working up. Yeah, I do love the colours that I've chosen. I just think that they weren't my colours, and when I chose them I was going a little bit outside of my normal colour zone for me to do it. So I've got that one which I might frog, and then I've got another one which is a crochet, the Crochet Project shawl, which is it the parallel shawl? I think it is. And that I've got another sheep's wool for that, which is a much better colour, but I haven't done any work on that either. I've got my sock, I've got a pair of husband's socks which I'm hiding from, but the thing I have done a bit of work on is another shawl, another Helen Stewart shawl, of course, because we all love Helen Stewart. So this is my, what is it called? The quill shawl. This is the quill shawl, and it's a DK shawl. And I think I was, when I showed you last, I put my little thing on, I think I was about here. This is my little pumpkin progress keeper from Jiggles and Beans. So it's very appropriate as we head towards Halloween. So yes, this is my quill shawl. Now this is knit out of John Arbon Knit by Numbers DK, which I picked up at Unravel earlier in the year. And I'm on to the lace section. The lace section is dead easy, but I've made a mistake in it, which has annoyed me. So I ripped it back once, re-knit it, did a mistake again. So I've now put a lifeline in, and I think I'm going to rip back to the whole beginning of the lace. I only rip back like a couple of rows of lace. I've put a lifeline in here, and I think I'm going to have to rip it back to there and do it again. So that's annoying me, because this is what I don't like about knitting. In crochet, if you go wrong, you've only got one live stitch, so it is no bother whatsoever to rip anything back. You just do it and then you pick it, you know, you're away. It's not a hindrance to your project at all. In crochet and knitting, oh my gosh, I find it so hard, like when you're responsible for all of this live stitches, to then pull it all back, and then if it's lace, you know, it's not hard lace, I just wasn't paying attention. But I love this shawl. This yarn is so soft and squidgy and yummy. These are my colours 100%. I love these colours, and oh my god, I can't wait to finish it. I've got to just have a day when, do you like that look? Have a day when there's no one here and I've got to concentrate, focus. My focus needs more focus. And I've got to get on and rip it back, and because I'm so near the end, I'm really near the end with it. But I'm just hiding from it because I've made a mistake, and I've made the mistake twice now, so that's just so frustrating. But oh, I really want this shawl, and in fact I wanted it for Yarndale, but I don't know whether that's going to happen because it's in a couple of weeks. I've got time to do it. It's whether I can face doing it. It's whether I can face up to my errors and sit down and crack on with it and just get it done. Focus. Right, so that's all I'm working on at the minute. I've got so many things in my mind that I want to make, and I've been holding back. I've been holding myself back. I've wanted, and I do still want, to make a Stephen West shawl, and he has 2 new shawls out at the moment. Not the mystery one that he's about to do, but there's 2 new shawls out, neither of which can I remember the name of right now, but both of which are amazing. I've never knit a Stephen West shawl. It terrifies me to knit a Stephen West shawl. I always think of him as like the pinnacle of knitting. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you could knit a Stephen West shawl, then boy. And I don't know, that might be wrong. They might be really straightforward. It's just the impression that I get about it. So there are 2 of his shawls that I really want to make. I'll try and put them on, the names on the screen, if I could find out what they are. That would be useful, wouldn't it? So yeah, I want to do that, and I want to knit a sweater. I do want to knit myself a sweater, a really simple sweater. I know I haven't knit my son's sweater yet, and I think I really should, as penance, knit that first. Do you ever get that feeling, that kind of guilt, like I can't start this until I finish that, because I said I was going to make it, so I've got to get on and do it. And I feel like that. I feel like, no, you don't deserve a sweater until you finish your son's sweater. So hoping that that's going to G me up to get it finished. But yeah, I just want a sweater. I want an autumnal sweater for me, and I've been dyeing up some new autumn colours, so I'll probably show you them now. Actually, I'll show you my colours, and then I'll show you my little recent purchases. So these are just, so I'm a yarn dyer, an indie yarn dyer. I have a shop, Biffsugar Yarns, on Etsy, and oh, I'm also Biffsugar Yarns on Instagram, by the way. There's me moaning about Instagram and I didn't tell you where I was. And I'm Biffsugar on Ravelry. So because it's autumn, obviously I've been dyeing up some new autumn colorways, and it's been so exciting. It's been really nice to move on from the summer colorways and to start creating new ones, and yeah, just to move into a new season is exciting. And I think for a lot of knitters, autumn is our favourite, isn't it? Because we get all excited about that cold air coming. So anyway, so this is one of the colourways. This is Weasley. This is on my merino nylon sock base, but it's also one of the bases in the shop as well. So for all you brown lovers out there, this might be your thing. Weasley. This is not a new colourway, but it is, you know, autumnal. This is my Gone to Earth colourway. This is on merino cashmere nylon, but again, I have a merino cashmere nylon, I have a merino nylon base, and I have a DK base, and I also have a singles base in my shop. Those are the bases that I work on currently. So this has Gone to Earth, and these are all my husband's colourways. Like, he loves brown. Brown is not my thing, but I mean, I love these to look at, but I don't think I would, I don't think brown is a, well, that's nice. I do think that would be a nice sweater. So yeah, Weasley is a new one. That's a new one. Another new one, which I do love to have something out of this. This is Florence. And I love this. It's kind of a peachy, pinky, purpley, orangey, autumny thingy. And I do think that's so pretty. I was thinking I might do my Strictly socks out of Florence. I know it's not sparkly, but I really want something out of it. But it's such a pretty colourway. Great sweater. Pretty hat. You've always got to put them on your head. That's how you know. This is another new colourway which has been really popular. This is Beatrix. And it's heavily speckled. It's pinky browny, little bit of orangey, autumny loveliness, and it is so pretty. So it's more pinky than, I don't know whether they're showing up as distinctly as they are, but this is more peachy and this is more pinky. And again, oh, it's so pretty. I feel like a cardigan out of that. I've never knit a cardigan. I don't know if I can do that, but that's what I fancy having. And then I've got two kind of Pole Dark inspired colourways. This is Demelza, and it's just, I love it. I'm so pleased with how that came out. And again, see, blue is really my thing, as you can see by my blue cardie. A Demelza sweater, I think, would look really nice. Just a little simple sweater. And then this is Nampara, which again, I love how this came out. This is really autumny. I love the mix of colours, and I've just dyed this up this week on other bases, so it's going to be coming in on singles. I think it's on single DK and MCN. I've got this on as well now. So initially I just dyed it up on sock and it was really popular. So this is going to come onto other bases now, but again, it's, yeah, nice sweater. And then I dyed up a Halloween colourway as a bit of fun, and it was fun. This is Potions, and it might be showing up a little bit muted on the camera, but it is bright and crazy, and it's pink and purple and turquoise and green and orange basically. And I'm also probably going to dye up a mini skein set to go with that as well, like an additional, if you don't want the full skein. So yeah, this is Potions, and again, that proved pretty popular, so I will be dyeing more of this. So yeah, I always say on Instagram when my shop updates are going to be, and if you see something in the shop that you like but it's not on the base that you want, just let me know and I can dye that up for you. And also, if there aren't the quantities of something that you want, I can always dye that up for you. So just drop me a line through the shop and you can place a custom order with me. I don't do custom colourways, but I will dye up quantities and on bases that I stock if you don't see it in the base that you like to have it on. So that's my yarn. Any more information about my yarn, you're probably best to find on Instagram, and it'll let you know when the next shop update is and all that sort of thing. And then I'm just going to show you a few things that I've bought just in the very recent, not like from the whole time that I've been away, because that's been a long time, but just recent purchases. So the first thing was this from Black Elephant Yarns. Or is it just Black Elephant? It's just Black Elephant, not Yarns. Now, she's going to be at Yarndale, so I'm a little bit concerned about that because this is the first time I've had her yarn and it's fabulous. Like, if you follow her on Instagram, oh my gosh, you see the pictures of her yarn and her photographs are amazing, and then you think, oh, I bet it's not quite as good in real life. Oh, it's better. It's like it's really good. Like, this does something to me, this yarn. This is a single ply. It's called Lazy Days. It's a single ply finger and weight superwash, 100% superwash merino. Oh, it's so pretty. So it's gonna go in the shawl, definitely, because it's super pretty. Or it could be a hat, because it's, but it's, yeah. So I cannot wait to visit the Black Elephant stall when I go to Yarndale. Oh. The other skein I bought was part of the Tits Out collective, which a lot of you will have heard about, taken part in, bought yarn from, and all the rest of it. And I decided to buy a skein, again, somebody I haven't bought from before yet, but who you've all heard of, Kate Celine. I bought her Tits Out collective yarn, and it is called Speckled Tit. How amazing is that? It's so amazing. I don't know what it's going to be. Maybe that could be my Strictly socks. Right, it's too amazing for socks, I think. It is a sock yarn, 75-25. It's too, I don't want it to just be a sock, I think. I did think about putting it in a Stephen West shawl. You know, because you know he likes a crazy shawl. And I don't like too crazy a shawl, but I thought as a little pop against some darker colours. Yeah, so that's my little yarn dance. So yeah, that makes me really happy. Look how amazing it is. Flipping heck. Let's do a close up on that one as well, the Black Elephant one. Look at that. I mean, that's just autumn to me. It's stunning. So I'm dead excited about them. I was wanting you, when they come, I was wanting, partly, half of me wants to use them straight away and half of me never wants to use them ever and just put them away. And keep bringing them out and looking at them and go, what should I make with that? No, it's too precious, and put them away. I know we all have the same problems. I've got a big exciting thing to show you as well, but the next thing I bought was when I was on holiday in my caravan in Cornwall. We went to the Eden Project and I got myself a little cactus pin badge to add to my small but very jolly pin badge collection. So I'm very thrilled with that. And then yesterday some Happy Post arrived, and oh, I've been looking at this lady, Mrs. Moog, on Instagram and on Etsy. I was going to say Ravelry, Etsy, and she makes the most beautiful things, and a lot of what she makes features the Herdwick sheep, which is my favourite sheep. I grew up in the Lake District where you are, you know, surrounded by sheep and a lot of Herdwick sheep. Herdwick sheep are just my favourite sheep ever. And she makes project bags with Herdwick sheep on them. So I ordered one and it arrived and wait. Oh my God. Oh my God. And it comes with a little sheep stitch marker and these two fabulous Herdwicks, and inside it's got this beautiful polka dot lining and a pouch for all your little notions and potions, and it is just, I mean, it looked good on the website, but when it arrived I was like, and it's like, it's sturdy, it just stands up. I love that. I love the sturdiness of it. It is just perfection. I can't tell you how much joy and happiness this bag is bringing me, and I can't wait to get a project in it, an autumn project on the go in there. But that's making me so happy. Look at those happy little Herdwicks. And I found out that she makes all of her things, all of her project bags are made from recycled fabrics that would have gone to a landfill basically. So I'm guessing like sort of offcuts and things. Leslie Price, that's her name. And oh, love it. So that's made me very happy this week. So yeah, I think that's it. I think it's good to be back. I've kind of missed this. I didn't realise how much I've missed it. I've tried to rattle through it because I know I had a bit of a backlog, and I think next time I'll maybe go into more detail about things that I'm making, but I just wanted to get through today. And yeah, have you been watching Strictly? I know it hasn't officially started yet, but I watched the launch show and I've thought about my socks that I'm going to make. Is it going to be those? Is it going to be those? Who knows? Joining in with Starry Eyes Ali's Strictly Sock Along, and yeah, I'm watching, oh, tell you what I'm watching, Vanity Fair. I'm watching Vanity Fair at the moment, and it's inspired me to have a Vanity Fair yarn club. So I have a yarn of the month yarn club in my shop every month, and it has a different theme. And so the one currently is Vanity Fair. So it's going to be inspired by the TV show that is on at the moment. It's on ITV on a Sunday night at 9 o'clock if you haven't watched it. And the hats are amazing. The costumes are fabulous, but the hats really take it. They are fabulous. I love a period drama on a Sunday night at 9 o'clock in the winter. I love it. You've got to have one. Normally they're on the BBC. I don't know what the BBC have got planned for winter. But yeah, that's what I've been watching. So, and obviously I think Outlander's coming back soon in October, which would be good. That'll be, the fire will be lit, Outlander will be on, knitting will be happening, this bag will be in use. Happy days ahead. Right, I'm going to leave it there. Thanks for watching today, and I will be back with you much sooner than I have been before. But have happy days, enjoy all you're making, and I will see you soon. Bye.